All right, hello, hello. How is my mic audio versus the music that was playing earlier? Hello. My um no no face cam this morning because early because tired. Um Also Nicole is here. I think she's still sleeping. So I might end up waking her up with some oh my gosh. Hello. Okay, she's here. Okay, switch two. Yippee. Julie says hi. She says you're pretty. Switch two. We made it. Isn't that wild? It's pretty cool. All things considered. Um, Switch one was March 2017 is when it came out, and I think the big sort of like reveal was in October the previous year, which we kind of already had the reveal. Um, and then they did their big presentation like this in January for a March release, and I think that's when they opened pre-orders. So I'm assuming pre-orders are going to open today. Um, I don't know where, and I'm sure it's all going to sell out like hotcakes. So I got to be ready on the quick on the draw for Switch 2 pre-orders. That's for sure. I'm just gonna go on Nintendo's website and see if there's a Switch 2 section that I can just like go to and then refresh if I need to for pre-orders. Uh, this is all Switch 2 trailer. Here we go. Um, okay, this is the Switch 2 website. Okay, so this will get updated, I'm sure. Yeah. Yes, absolutely. Go for it, Julie. Um, so yeah, so I remember all that, and that's when I pre-ordered the Switch One. So I'm also up. I'm ready for the hit the pre-order button on Switch Two. Stuff I'm expecting to see. Well, Mario Kart 9 we already know is happening. From the looks of the trailer, it looks like it's gonna be like something like 24 players. There might be like a gas mechanic where you can like run out of gas, or like some other kinds of mechanics where you have to sort of go off into a little side thing. It looks like the tracks are a lot more sort of open world, quote unquote, for lack of a better. I mean, I guess they have to be wider if they're going to accommodate 24 cars. Yeah, yeah, that was what people could see from that first trailer. Also, like new kind of like redesigns of the Mario characters that are kind of in line with what we've seen in Mario Wonder. A little bit. It looks like Peach is kind of designed more like her movie counterpart. Donkey Kong had a brand new character design that was kind of like the movie counterpart and was closer to like Donkey Kong 1981 rather than the Rareware Donkey Kong. Um, so that all looks pretty cool. Um, yeah, exactly. What else? I mean, I think everyone. I don't want to say everyone. I think another big kind of possibility, which will be, uh, I think probably pretty likely, is a new 3D Mario. Also, whether it's ready for launch or not, I don't know. Mario Kart almost certainly will be. Um, but there hasn't been a new 3D Mario, with the exception of Bowser's Fury, since Odyssey, which was 2017, which was, drumroll please, 8 years ago. So I think a new 3D Mario is pretty surefire for the first year, or first few months of release. Um, I'm sure they'll talk about how it's compatible with Switch One. they might talk about the Switch 2 editions of games, which is terminology we saw on the website. Yeah, I know, right? Um, and whether that means it's like you can upgrade your Switch games to Switch 2 editions, or it's just re-releases of Switch games with like higher resolution, etc., is what Switch 2 editions mean. Or maybe it's like Xbox where you buy one copy of a game and you get it for Switch 1 and Switch 2, like you could play it on either console. That would be cool. We know that you can do virtual game cards. We know that you can transfer, well, I guess we assume that you can transfer using the game card system or otherwise your digital games from Switch 1 to Switch 2. So they'll probably talk about that. They'll probably talk about the C button, which is on one of the Joy-Con. They'll talk about probably the mouse functionality that has been heavily implied in rumors and in trailers of the Joy-Con. So you can basically put it on its side, and there's like probably an IR sensor at the bottom so that you can treat the Joy-Con like a mouse for games that would be useful with that capability. Besides that, other games. I mean, we've already had some Zelda games recently. But maybe they'll put out like a Wind Waker Twilight Princess at launch. What else? They already announced a lot of the sort of like, I guess, quote unquote, second or third tier Nintendo franchises at the last direct, like Rhythm Heaven and Tamagotchi Life, which were fantastic. They could. I'm assuming Metroid Prime 4 is one of those games that's going to get like a Switch 2 upgrade. Also, a lot of really popular games from Switch 1, like Smash Brothers or um, Odyssey, Breath of the Wild, Tears of the Kingdom, etc., will probably also get Switch 2 kind of upgrades. Xenoblade Chronicles X, I think, has a 60 FPS mode in it. That kind of thing. They could announce a new Smash Brothers. We know that Sakurai is working on a new game since he rapped on his YouTube channel. My huge hopes, besides stuff that like hasn't been announced by like other companies, like Ace Attorney, Professor Layton, etc., like besides that kind of stuff, like Nintendo stuff that I would really love, Kid Icarus Uprising, remake for Switch 2, that would be wonderful, and that would actually be a really good use of the mouse functionality, I think, of Switch 2. That would be really good, actually, now that I'm thinking about it. So I hope they do it. Yeah, those are my initial hopes, impressions. We shall see as we watch. All right, here we go. I'm pretty sure this is sort of designed to have two screens, but I would like to see both of this chat, but without seeing this whole window, so I guess I don't know how best to do this. It is an hour, Julie. It is an hour long. So this is going to be really, really something, I'm sure. Yeah, this would be a great time to have two monitor setups, but oh well. Can I access my stream from my phone? I don't know. Here we go. Let me know about the volume on this as well, about me versus the stream. Whoa, it's like doubled up. Oh, sorry. Where's the other one? Shit. Hold on. There it is. Goodbye. Okay. Okay, Mario Kart.
Let's go! Yahoo!
Alright, so we got some drifting. Ooh, boats. Jet skis. Wow, those are some really big courses. And speaking of things that have taken a long time to come out, the last Mario Kart technically came out in 2014 first. Whoa! Grinding? Oh, heck yeah. The cow from Moo Moo Meadows is playable. That's freaking awesome. What? Oh, it's the, is that like the Wonder Fruit from, Wonder? And then you have different costumes. Wow. Mario Kart World. So moving away from the numbers.
Hello everyone, I'm Koichi Kawamoto, and I'll be one of your guides for today's Nintendo Direct. I'm the producer for Nintendo Switch 2.
Very nice.
I'm Takuhiro Dota, the director for Nintendo Switch 2.
And I'm Tetsuya Sasaki, the hardware design lead for Nintendo Switch 2.
What you just saw was Mario Kart World, launching exclusively on Nintendo Switch 2. Now, what do you think this brand new Mario Kart game will be like?
A brand new entry in the Mario Kart series is launching exclusively on the Nintendo Switch 2 system. Welcome to this vast world. Kart races are held throughout various regions that span the globe.
Wow.
Depending on the time of day and weather conditions, the atmosphere will change.
Different costumes just make sense. It's kind of surprising they haven't done it before. Oh, you have a rolling start,
In this Mario Kart game,
like Daytona.
you can go off the racetrack and drive virtually everywhere in this world.
Oh, that's phenomenal, dude.
In the classic Grand Prix, race through 4 courses in a bid for first place.
Oh my gosh, you can like drive from one place to the
But
next.
don't sleep at the wheel. You'll also drive to the next course as part of the competition.
Oh, that's so fucking
With
amazing.
24 drivers in each race, the most in series history. The
Hey,
competition
Temsic,
is gearing up.
this is freaking awesome.
Introducing Knockout Tour.
That's gonna be so fun for
Race
kids to just
non-stop
drive
from one corner of
anywhere.
the world to another.
Oh man. Open
There
world
are
Mario
multiple
Kart.
checkpoints along the way. If you're below the placement shown when you hit a checkpoint, you'll be eliminated.
That's like
Can
F-Zero.
you make it all the way to the finish line? You can also freely drive around this vast world in
That's-
free roam.
You know, this reminds me of like a city trial from
Off-road,
Kirby Air
you can
Ride.
explore new areas and routes. So drive wherever your heart takes you.
Oh,
You can also go for scenic drives with friends
oh.
and even take photos together at different locations.
They put Fortnite into, into Mario Kart. I love the grinding on the rails. That's so awesome. This looks pretty much
A
finished.
brand new race across the entire world starts here. Mario Kart World. The game launches on the same
Yep,
day
it's
as
launch.
Nintendo Switch 2. More details about this title will be shared in an upcoming Mario Kart World Direct. So be on the lookout for more information in the future.
That's phenomenal.
Mario
That'll
Kart
be a
World
that'll be a
is on the same
great
day as Nintendo Switch 2.
launch title.
We'll share more details in the future, so we hope you're looking forward to it.
Next, we'd like to introduce some of the new features of Nintendo Switch 2. These are the Joy-Con 2 controllers for Switch
Joy-Con
2.
2! There's the
And on
C
the right
button.
Joy-Con 2, we've added a new C button. Let's take a look at some new experiences it offers.
I feel like the audio isn't synced up quite right.
I'm still ahead of all of you guys. That was you. So quick.
Voice chat!
Oh,
Let's go.
No.
Nix, I'm coming for you.
Come on, no.
Oh. Introducing Game Chat.
Let's
A
go.
new feature for Nintendo Switch 2.
Wow, took them this long.
Can you hear me? Hello?
Hi, missed you.
With this feature, you'll be able to communicate with friends and family while playing a game.
Should we follow you? Yeah?
Yeah, follow.
Okay.
We're an adventure.
While using the Game Chat feature, your voice is recognized by a microphone built into the system.
Oh, okay. But you're still behind me, right? Alright, let's keep going.
Wait, the mic's all the way over
Pick
there?
up your speaking voice clearly, even from a distance.
Look at this. Jump on here. Alright, let's keep going. It's coming. Let's make a left right here. Let's make a.
When it's noisy around you, your voice will still come through clearly, letting you chat with ease.
How did you get him? Oh.
Okay, nice.
It does look beautiful.
Sounds like machine learning tech to
And
me.
you can use this feature in handheld mode too, letting you easily chat with friends and family.
I'd assume so.
If you open the chat menu and turn on game screen sharing,
Good job, good job. There we go, there we go.
you can also share your game screen. Did you see someone just
In,
go on top of
in lovely 10 frames per second.
do it? You guys, I just did it.
Oh, I want to do it too.
Oh shoot. Oh. Ooh.
Oh, he's trying to eat me. He's trying to eat me.
Okay, I got it. I got it.
Oh no 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 no.
Okay. You can chat to your heart's content.
Oh my god.
Even while playing different games.
That's funny.
Yeah, I know that one. It's so hard, right? It's tough.
Oh wow. I'm like in the sky right here. I'm like, I fell. I'm falling. I'm falling. I'm falling. Okay, we got it. We're safe. We're safe.
Kirby, look, you're on a star. That's so cute. So cute.
You can adjust the size of your game screen. Guys, I'm lost. Like,
Where'd you go?
or expand another friend's game screen.
You gotta get above that wall that's to your left.
I love these stupid little demonstrations. They're so fun. They're like, wow, this is amazing.
So
Wow.
everyone can watch them play.
Oh, I think I know where you are. I think I know where you are. Wait.
Okay, I think we have to try that.
Ooh, okay.
Oh, nice.
Let's take a picture here.
Okay, are you ready?
Smile.
Yay.
Oh, yo, that's sick.
I like your pose, Meeks.
On the right Joy-Con 2 controller, there's an additional button.
Yes.
With the C button, you can pull up a chat menu.
So it's C for chat,
Really.
for game chat.
Actually, guys, I got a call coming right now, so I'll be right back, yeah?
Okay, for sure.
Here, you can quickly and easily mute yourself and more.
What?
And there's this. By connecting this camera to the system. Hey!
Hey, what's up, you guys? Welcome to my Fortnite stream.
Good?
You can appear on screen and video chat while playing a
That's
game.
so funny, dude.
Wait, Nick, how was your test yesterday?
It was good.
They're like, what if we did,
Here's how it looks.
The
with
Kinect.
just the camera feed.
but it was just like a green screen?
I bet you like
Can
that.
you wait for me?
Please look forward to games which use your camera feed like this.
That's very funny.
No, wait.
Is this a new Mario Party or is this the same one? I don't know. I don't know Mario Party well enough.
Using Game Chat. Even when you're apart, you can play games and hang out as if you were together in the same room.
That is actually kind of cool that you don't have to go onto like
Or
Discord,
compete
you know?
in online multiplayer games. Chat while playing your personal
The fact that you can
favorites.
just like do this while playing any game
Decide your
is
own
pretty cool.
rules for a retro game competition. Or hold a sports competition between families. All together, anytime, anywhere. Game chat.
Oh, for sure, yeah.
What did you think? In developing Game Chat, our goal was for you to enjoy playing online with others more closely, including family and friends. Almost as if you're all playing together in the same place.
Yep.
The camera you saw in the trailer is the Nintendo Switch 2 camera, which will be available on the same day as Switch 2.
Yeah, I'll probably pick that up.
A Nintendo Switch Online membership will be required to use Game Chat.
Yeah.
However, since we'd like as many people as possible to experience,
Or are they gonna
Game
have it
Chat,
for free for a
it will
while?
be available
Yeah.
without a membership for a limited time.
Ooh.
We hope you'll try it out. Additionally, Game Chat supports the Nintendo Switch.
Of course it
Parental
does.
Controls app,
Yes.
And different settings can be adjusted. For example, whether parental permission is always required when a child wants to use Game Chat to play with their friends.
We'd like to introduce another new experience you can share with family and friends. On Nintendo Switch, even if you just have one game, you can pass a Joy-Con controller to a friend and play together. But on Nintendo Switch 2, you can play together locally on multiple systems using just one game.
Ooh.
With Game Share.
That's great.
As shown here, even games that require multiple screens can be played if one person...
Clubhouse Games mention!
With Game Share, you can temporarily share compatible games with others who also have Nintendo Switch 2 or a Nintendo Switch system. You can share a game with up to 3 other systems at a time.
That's fantastic. That's really good, actually.
Game Share also supports online play with other Switch 2 systems, and you can use it with friends via Game Chat, which we showed earlier. Game Share can only be used with compatible games. This feature is planned for several titles, starting with a free update for Clubhouse Games 51 Worldwide Classics.
Let's go. Clubhouse Games mention.
Game Share support is also planned for select games exclusive to Nintendo Switch 2, so we hope you'll look forward to it.
Very nice.
Up next, we'd like to
See, I
show
thought they were
you
gonna do the
Nintendo
clap
Switch 2
instead of the
system
Switch.
itself.
Into this nap.
Please take a look.
All right.
At 7.9 inches, Switch 2 has a bigger built-in screen. Here's how that compares to Nintendo Switch.
So it's
The system's
officially
thickness remains
called
the same.
Switch 2 instead of Nintendo Switch 2?
With approximately double the pixels compared to Switch, you can enjoy games in greater detail on the 1080p screen.
1080p, yeah. I'm sure it's... Huh?
The screen supports up to 120 frames per second,
The fuck?
allowing for smoother gameplay in supported titles. The
100
LCD screen
Huh.
is more vivid and supports
I'm sure
HDR,
it's 60
providing
most
more
of the
contrast
time.
between light and dark areas of the images.
HDR is nice though.
The all-new Joy-Con 2 controllers connect magnetically. Strong magnets keep the controllers firmly attached to the system. Detach your controller easily by pressing the release button on the back.
Yeah. So it can support
SL
up to
and
120.
SR buttons are bigger for greater comfort and control when playing with a Joy-Con 2 held horizontally.
Yeah, fucking magnets. How do they work?
The left and right sticks are now larger.
Cool. Mouse controls. Yes.
Each Joy-Con 2 controller can be used as a mouse to play with compatible games.
This is
Both
a
the left and
great
right
fake
Joy-Con
feature.
2 support mouse controls. By adjusting the audio balance between the ranges, sounds from the built-in speakers are clearer and more natural in handheld and tabletop modes. It has a built-in microphone, so you can voice chat with friends anytime via Game Chat. It also uses noise-canceling technology to filter sounds, so your
Noise
voice will
canceling.
come through clearly.
Okay.
Even if you don't have a surround sound system, games can be enjoyed with more immersive, three-dimensional sound as if it were coming from all around you.
I mean, it's surround sound.
Place your Nintendo Switch 2 however you like with a large, sturdy stand.
Unlike the previous stand that we had. Ooh, yeah, one at the top, one on the bottom, right?
In addition to the USB-C port
That's
found on
big.
the bottom of the system,
That's big.
there's one on top as well.
That's good. That's really good.
It's handy for connecting a USB-C camera or charging in tabletop mode.
So it comes with USB-C to USB-C now.
Nintendo Switch 2 comes with 256 gigabytes of internal storage.
Solid. Very
8
good.
times that of Nintendo Switch.
That's
for
good.
storing your game downloads, save data, and more.
That's good.
Reading and writing data is also faster.
4K support on the dock.
Use the Nintendo Switch 2 dock.
That's kind of
connect
big.
to your TV and enable up to 4K resolution for compatible games.
That's actually really good.
HDR is also supported in TV mode.
That's actually really good.
The Nintendo Switch 2 dock has a built-in fan that keeps your system cool.
Ah,
This helps keep performance
instead
stable.
of the console itself having the only one that's the fan. I'm assuming it plays most.
On Nintendo Switch 2, you can play Nintendo Switch 2 games, as well as compatible Nintendo Switch games. Physical and digital games are supported.
Yep. Sure, the ones that aren't are like the ones that are like the Toy-Con ones.
As
Like
you just saw,
Labo.
Nintendo Switch 2 isn't simply an improved Nintendo Switch. We redesigned the system from the ground up and packed in lots of new gameplay.
I mean, it is basically a redesigned Switch, let's be
And
real.
to help players better understand the Switch 2 hardware, we're currently developing this game. Mr. Kawamoto!
Hello.
So this is going to be like their Wii Sports
Current location
1-2 Switch?
is actually inside the game itself.
Oh, hell yeah.
This is Nintendo Switch 2 Welcome Tour,
Oh, it's your Astrobot.
exclusive to Nintendo Switch 2. I'm standing over here. Okay, everyone,
this is
join me
cute.
inside the game.
This is really cute.
There are a lot of question mark icons here. Let's examine them. This sign reads, "Where are the magnets?"
I wonder if this is what
The
happens when you
Joy-Con
boot up the
controllers
game.
attached to the system with magnets. And those magnets are inside the system. The SL and SR buttons on the Joy-Con 2 are made of metal, so that's how they attach to the system. A magnetic circuit is formed between them, so they won't easily detach.
Yeah, Switch 2 tutorial.
Through examining signs
like the
these,
Super Mario
you can
Galaxy
discover
2
all sorts of
tutorial.
secrets about Nintendo
How to
Switch 2.
jump.
Another example, the Joy-Con 2 controllers have mouse controls. And when combined with the gyroscopes, you can even do something like this.
That's great.
You can
Oh my
adjust the
gosh.
position of the golf club and aim for the cup by
They s-
rotating the Joy-Con 2.
They said we don't need to make like an actual game for this. We can just do
By
like
combining
we
the
can
mouse
just do this
controls
because
and
1-2 Switch
gyroscopes,
didn't work.
Things like this are possible. There are secrets to discover even as you're playing mini-games and tech demos.
Oh, that's really fun.
Some of the secrets range from the unique features of the system to tiny details you might
HD
not notice
Rumble
until they're pointed
2.
out. There are plenty. Nintendo Switch 2 Welcome Tour will launch as a paid digital game
A
on the
paid?
same day as Nintendo Switch 2.
That's a
So
terrible
please check
idea.
it out if you're interested.
That's really bad.
Now, I'd like to share some more.
It should be
information
free.
about Nintendo Switch 2.
No one's gonna want to pay for that.
This is the game card for Nintendo Switch 2 titles.
Huh.
It's the same shape as Nintendo Switch game cards, but it's now red and it has much faster data reading speeds.
There's not like a little tab on it?
Next up is additional storage. Switch 2 will only work with micro SD express cards.
Okay.
They're a different type of SD card and will make high-speed data transfers possible.
So what happens if you put a
Please
Switch
note,
2
the
cart?
regular micro SD cards used for Nintendo Switch will not be compatible.
Okay, I get that.
Additionally, to transfer data from Switch to Switch 2, you can log into your Nintendo account to use the System Transfer feature. With this feature, you can transfer save
Okay.
data, digital
Makes sense.
games, and more. We're also releasing
Oh,
a new
oh
Play
hell
Controller.
yeah!
It has a C button, which launches Game Chat, and on the back, there are new GL and GR buttons, which you can use to assign existing button controls.
Oh, that's good.
In addition, an audio jack has been added.
Yes.
We've introduced a few new features.
That looks great.
After today's presentation, the official Nintendo Switch 2 website will go live. There will also be an Ask the Developer article on the website, where the three of us will talk about the development of Nintendo Switch 2. We hope you'll check that out
That's
as well.
good. That's really good. Yeah, but what happens if you put a
The
Switch 2
Nintendo
cart in Switch
2
1?
launch date. Nintendo Switch 2 launches
June
on
5th. Let's go.
We're very much looking forward to the day when you all get to experience it, so please wait just a bit longer.
Sounds about right.
Now, broadly speaking, on Nintendo Switch 2, you can play 3 types of games. The first type is Nintendo Switch 2 games. These games take advantage of the performance and features of Switch 2.
So now they're going to talk about Switch 2 Edition.
The second type is compatible games that were released on Nintendo Switch.
Yeah.
Nintendo Switch 2 Edition games are the third type.
This is enhanced Switch 1
Some
games.
that were released on Switch will receive upgraded versions that offer things like improved visuals,
Yep.
unique ways to play on Switch 2, and more.
Yep.
Now, I'd like to show you the Nintendo
Huh.
Switch 2 edition of Super Mario Party Jamboree. Please take a look.
Okay, so here's an example.
Super Mario Party Jamboree is getting an upgrade on Nintendo Switch 2. The upgrade expands on the base game and adds new features, including mouse controls, audio recognition, more expressive rumble, and gameplay that uses a camera accessory.
I'm going to be honest, I don't know why they didn't just
Can be
wait
accessed on Switch 2.
and put this out on Switch 2 as a launch
Let's
title,
check out
you
the
know?
New and updated modes. First up is Mario Party mode. With a single camera, up to 4 players can join the festivities. You'll be able to see each other's faces as you play, so you can experience
Jamboree
all
came
the
out, what, like last year?
reactions and emotions in real time.
We should have
Or 4
saved it.
friends can take the party online. Up next, it's Bowser Live, a mode where the livelier team wins. Bowser will bring you on stage 2. Hit blocks to collect the most coins. Guide an RC car with your voice. Go! And compete in other mini-games using full body movement and sound. Finally, take a ride on the mouse-controlled carnival coaster. With the safety bar lowered and
Bowser Idol
secured,
game.
you're off.
Oh my gosh.
Use mouse controls to shoot down enemies while you feel the bumps and rumbles of the coaster. When you enter a pipe, a mini-game will begin. There's a bouldering game where 2 players each
It
control
looks like
an
it could be
arm,
fun.
and one
But
where you shake a can of spray
I've
paint
never
and
really done a
quickly
lot of
tag
Mario Party
objects.
myself, so I'm just kind of like,
Enjoy
whatever.
the thrill of these intuitive mini-games. How quickly can you reach the station? From mini-games that use a camera, the built-in microphone, mouse controls, and rumble, the biggest party yet is getting even bigger. Super Mario Party Jamboree, Nintendo Switch 2 Edition, plus Jamboree TV, launches on Nintendo Switch 2, July 24th.
It's not even a launch title.
Nintendo Switch 2 players who already
All
own
right,
Super
now this
Mario
is what
Party
we're looking at.
Jamboree can upgrade to Nintendo Switch 2 Edition plus Jamboree TV by purchasing an upgrade
How
pack.
much is that?
Please look forward to a new Mario Party experience, where you can see each other's reactions while playing. let's continue presenting some more Nintendo Switch 2 Edition games.
Breath of the Wild.
Nintendo Switch 2 editions of The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild and The Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom feature enhanced resolution and frame
We knew
rates
this was coming, basically.
and also support HDR, which makes the image more vibrant. So you can play with smoother, higher definition.
Depends on how expensive the upgrade pack is. I might pick up the
Plus,
Breath of the Wild. I
you
might
can
pick
get
them up.
even more out of your
I also
adventures
haven't
in
played much of
Hyrule
Tears of the
using
Kingdom
Zelda
yet,
notes.
to be honest. So I could probably play Tears
This
on
new
Switch
feature
2.
can be accessed via the Nintendo Switch app on smart devices. It's a game-specific service that's exclusive to the Switch 2 editions of these titles. For example, it can help guide you to various locations, like shrines and Koroks you haven't found yet.
Guidance activated.
Finally.
Proceed north.
That's really funny. A GPS for Korok seeds.
Or you can share your creations using QR codes and send them to another player to create in their game.
That's pretty fun, actually. Great, I can finally play the game. Yeah.
We hope these features will make your adventures even more enjoyable.
Kirby and the Forgotten Land. They always have to add in like an extra little
You'll
thing.
be able to enjoy an additional story exclusive to the Nintendo Switch 2 edition, along with improved graphics and frame rates.
Now, will these Switch 2 editions be digital only? Or will they have a
The story
physical
takes
version
place
as
in the
well?
Forgotten Land after being struck by a powerful meteor that's causing some mysterious changes. We hope you're looking forward to Kirby's new adventure. Metroid Prime 4 Beyond will have both a Nintendo Switch and a Nintendo Switch 2 edition.
Sounds about right. I think it'll actually sell on Switch 2, though.
In addition to
Yes!
standard, you can use mouse controls for intuitive gameplay on Switch 2.
That's great. That's really good.
Plus, you can explore the immersive world in 4K at 60 frames per second, or enjoy smoother action in full HD at 120 frames per second. Choose from these two modes, both of which support HDR, based on your preference and playstyle. Plus, Pokemon Legends ZA, which is scheduled to launch later this year, will not only receive a Nintendo Switch version, but a Nintendo Switch 2 edition as well.
Sounds about right.
By taking advantage of the power of
First
Switch
Pokemon
2,
game on Switch 2.
you can enjoy your adventure in Lumio City with enhanced resolution and frame rates. The Nintendo Switch 2 edition games you just saw will be available as both physical and digital versions.
Oh man.
And if you already own the Nintendo Switch version of a game,
That sucks,
you can
honestly.
play the Nintendo Switch 2 edition by purchasing an upgrade.
It's like, how many of
Hope
these
you're looking forward to
how many of these will I have
Nintendo
to buy
Switch 2 edition
physically?
games.
Next, I'd like to introduce a brand new game featuring mouse controls with the Joy-Con 2 controllers. Please take a look.
Could it grow a sequel? If it's brand new. Ooh. Oh shit. New IP. Oh, that actually looks really cool. Oh, this looks fun, actually. Well, obviously it's going to be Skyrim Switch 2 edition. Rocket League, but basketball. Yeah. I think it's just basketball. Me, when I've played one sports-themed video game, getting a lot of Rocket League vibes from this. No, I get it. It kind of looks similar. Oh, dunk. That could be cool. That actually interests me.
In Drag and Drive, you'll use both Joy-Con 2 controllers as mice to intuitively pull off various moves. We hope you're looking forward to a new twist on 3-on-3 matches using dual mouse controls. Next, here are some games from our publishing and development.
Would you need to
partners
play on a
to Nintendo
table?
Switch 2.
I wonder.
I have long observed the lands between. This world is in dire need of repair.
Elden Ring on Switch 2.
You can see them, can't you? The
What a
walls
shock.
of grace,
They're finally like, yes, we can finally bring all these games over.
your burden.
They do this every time it's a Nintendo launch. They're like, oh, and we've got all these amazing last-gen hardcore games that you're going to be able to play too. And then no one actually buys it.
An Elden Lord. May you take the throne.
They do this every time.
Hey, I'm Greg Kasavin from Supergiant Games. Here to say that Hades
Ooh.
2 is coming to Nintendo Switch 2. Our first ever sequel introduces the Princess of the Dead, an immortal witch out to vanquish the sinister Titan of Time. You'll battle beyond the underworld to the ends of the earth, getting to know dozens
Ace
of
Attorney
characters
Leighton
from
Cope.
Greek myth
They are
and
not
a story that
announcing
melts
Ace
into
Attorney 7
every
here.
setback and victory. It's the kind of game you can quickly
They
pick
might
up
show
and
off
experience
New
the
World of
original
Steam,
Look
but I
forward to
imagine Hades
2
and Elden Ring are bigger deals. Oh,
皆さんこんにちは。カプコンの中山です。我々がお届けするタイトルは
Street Fighter
ストリート
6.
ファイター6
I,
です。
I did, when I saw Capcom, my heart did skip a beat just a little bit, even though I knew for sure it was not Ace Attorney.
新モードもあります。セットは通常版の他に総勢26キャラクターを収録した Years 1-2 Fighters Edition の2バージョンをさらにゲームと連動するアミーボと
Oh, shoot, Amiibo, nice.
2の発売日にお届けします。お楽しみに。
Initiating Arsenal boot sequence. Weapon safety mechanism confirmed. All operating at normal levels. Testing data link with spine. Normal. Commencing launch.
After 2 long wars where our freedom was restricted, we will finally be liberated from humans.
That would be very funny.
I'm in need of a new arsenal, new equipment, and money. I'm for sale, and you're buying.
Rebels!
I don't know what this is.
Thanks for the warm welcome! This planet will be ours.
The Sovereign Axiom, the Trinitas, has almost completed a weapon that was created to destroy all humanity.
No! Because we're in the middle of a war. Don't you get it?
I won't just stop
That sounds like Vanessa Marshall. Oh, it's this thing.
Children bring hope to our lives, don't they?
Oh, they're actually doing a sequel?
Hey, this is Joseph Forrest from Hazelight. I'm super excited for Split Fiction to come to Nintendo Switch 2. The game is a story about friendship. You play as Mio, who writes sci-fi, and Zoe, who
Oh, it
writes
might have been
fantasy.
Share Melee.
Together, they get trapped in their own stories, and it's up to you and a friend to help them break free. Now, let me tell you this. If you like It Takes Two, you're gonna love this one, trust me. And of course, you'll be able to play Split Fiction on the day Switch 2 launches.
Cool.
At EA Sports,
E
we're
E
bringing
E
fans
E
together
E
across the
E.
world, both on the pitch and on the gridiron. We're excited to announce that
Madden
EA
and
Sports
FIFA.
FC will be coming to Nintendo Switch 2. Madden NFL will
Oh,
also
FIFA,
be
I guess it's a
arriving on the
separate
Nintendo platform.
thing.
EA Sports, it's in the game.
Hi, I'm Alan Tu from Avalanche Software.
Boo! Boo! We hate you! Get the shit off my
You'll be
screen!
immersed in the Wizarding World like never before.
Get the fuck out of
And
here!
the new mouse controls on Switch 2 give you even more ways to experience the adventure. Discover the enhanced magic when Hogwarts Legacy launches on the same day.
Your Honor, who cares?
Captain, is that mic supposed to be on?
Oh, hell yeah. Did this just come out? I think this already did just come out. Again, it's all these games coming out on Switch 2, like the third parties that have kind of already like missed like you've already missed the boat on them. If you really wanted to play these, you would have already gotten them on another platform, you know. Nice. What? What?
Hello, this is Christian Elverdam from IO Interactive. We are bringing our flagship title, Hitman World of Assassination, to Nintendo Switch 2. As the best assassin in the trade, Agent
SpongeBob jump scare.
Everything he can to accomplish his mission. And how each mission progresses will vary depending on the player's imagination. Our ever-expanding game will release on the same day as Switch 2.
That's what they have to keep saying because they're not supposed to release the reveal the release date.
Another familiar agent to the platform.
James Bonds.
James Bond. The world's favorite spy is coming to Nintendo Switch 2, so stay tuned.
I'm so thrilled. Oh, Square Enix. What you
The
got?
story of light and shadow that never fades is reborn. Bravely Default returns, remastered
Ooh.
in definition. Featuring the Brave and Default commands that help you control the flow.
Ghost and Trick.
Change and customize jobs to build out your very own party. Enjoy your adventure with upgraded features and enhancements. And all new minigames with unique ways to play.
I know Bravely Default is supposed to be very good.
The classic fantasy RPG, Bravely Default Flying Fairy HD Remaster. Set foot in Luxembourg as a warrior of light.
That's cool. But once again, it's... Oh! Yakuza reference. Yakuza 0 Director's Cut! Someone get Kate on the horn. And Ren. Ah. Okay, I might actually consider this. So it's a remake of a remake slash remaster of 0. I wonder what will get added to it.
We'll have more games to show from our publishing and development partners, but for now, we'd like to show a game being developed in collaboration with Nintendo. Please take a look.
Oh, Koei Tecmo? Oh, it's another Warriors game. It's a...
The Zonai, who descended from the heavens.
Yeah. It's another Hyrule Warriors, probably.
Who dwelled on the surface. Their union led to a great and prosperous kingdom. But in time, a terrible evil arose.
Based on Tears.
A war was fought to vanquish this evil. One which future generations...
So it's a sequel to Age of Calamity.
The imprisoning war.
Oh?
Perhaps you truly have traveled back in time.
What? Wait, what?
So that's Hyrule Castle?
Wait.
Then that must mean this really is the past.
The Imprisoning War? I literally heard Imprisoning War and my old, like, head that was, like, all about, like, Zelda timeline shenanigans activated. So this is supposed to be set after Ocarina... I mean, these games are of questionable canonicity, of course, but this is supposed to be set after the downfall timeline of Ocarina of Time. Hyrule Warriors, Age of Imprisonment. So it's the Imprisoning War, which is set before A Link to the Past. Interesting. I haven't played any of the Warriors games, though, so...
Hyrule Warriors Age of Imprisonment.
It's whatever.
It's being developed by Koei Tecmo Games, with support from Nintendo. We hope you're looking forward to the untold story of the Imprisoning War,
Wow.
which took place in Hyrule long ago.
That's actually kind of wild.
And now, some news about Nintendo Switch Online. You can continue to enjoy Nintendo Switch Online on Switch 2.
Yeah.
And with Nintendo Switch Online Plus expansion pack, you can enjoy a new membership benefit exclusively on Switch 2.
GameCube.
Please take a look at this.
GameCube. Hell yeah! It's GameCube! Oh my god, Online Melee?
Switch Online Plus expansion pack will be getting a new classic game library.
Online Melee.
To Nintendo Switch 2. Nintendo GameCube.
Oh my god.
In 2001.
Online Melee?
That will be available at launch. A Legend of Zelda game that looks like a cartoon.
They said you don't get Wind Waker HD, you get Wind Waker SD.
Using a mysterious Link set sail on an adventure across the Great Sea. The Legend of Zelda, The Wind Waker.
Soul Calibur 2! I just picked this up recently, actually. This is the one that has Link in it.
In this 3D, weapons-based fighting game, each fighter comes equipped with a different weapon.
Online Melee. Online Melee. Online Melee. There's no way that they're not doing Online Melee. F-Zero GX. That's gonna be good.
Knuckle racing at speeds over 2,000 kilometers per hour.
That's gonna be really good.
30 machines will put it all on the line in death-defying races. Featuring the
Please tell me. Please tell me Melee.
and story mode, get ready to experience F-Zero GX. In games that support multiplayer, up to 4 can play together locally or online.
Including...
Enjoy these classic games with clearer image quality and higher resolution than the original releases.
Please tell me.
You can also check the controls for each title.
They might be saving Melee for later. Also, you should be able to use...
Will be added in the future.
Okay. I don't see Melee on there.
Nintendo GameCube, Nintendo Classics, the Switch 2 exclusive game library coming to Nintendo Switch Online Plus expansion pack. Launches
Also,
the same
you
day as the
Chibi Robo, yeah. Also, you should be able to use the
And
GameCube controller.
a dedicated controller designed after the original
Oh,
GameCube
fuck.
controller will also be released.
I need that.
It can connect wirelessly
Sorry.
and also
Sorry.
has a C button to quickly access Game Chat.
Sorry, I need that. Sorry, I need
Nintendo
that.
GameCube controller, exclusively
Give me.
available for Nintendo Switch Online.
That's gonna sell
members,
out
will
in
also be
seconds.
available the same day as Nintendo Switch 2.
Whether you're familiar with the games or haven't played them before, we hope you're looking forward to Nintendo GameCube, Nintendo Classics. Of course, you can continue to play select games from the systems shown here on Nintendo Switch 2. Okay, let's see some more games from our publishing and development partners.
Okay. Oh, fuck. Deltarune. Yay! When is it coming? Also, will they find... I mean, they will probably play... They'll probably have to pay for some of it, right? I think... Is this the first trailer for 3 and 4? We know that 3 and 4 was on its way. Yay! Switch 2 launch.
Hi, I'm Randy from Gearbox. Borderlands 4, our upcoming flagship Borderlands game, will launch on Nintendo Switch 2. Borderlands is back. Loot and shoot your way through a world filled with wild enemies and outrageous weapons. We're still in development, and it's already the most ambitious Borderlands game we've ever made. Borderlands 4 will launch in 2025. We'll be sharing a lot of the game in the months ahead, and there's more from 2K on the way.
Hi, I'm Dennis Shirk from Firaxis Games.
Civ 7.
We're releasing a Nintendo Switch 2 edition of Sid Meier's Civilization 7. In Civ 7, you'll establish an empire and guide your people throughout the ages of history. With the new mouse controls, players can enjoy a more intuitive gameplay experience. Civ 7 launches on the same day as Switch 2. And if you already own the Nintendo Switch version, you can experience mouse controls on Switch 2 by purchasing the upgrade. And we have even more news from 2K.
Hi, I'm Lionel Jinx.
And I'm Ben Bishop.
Our final announcement for today is that WWE 2K is coming to Nintendo Switch 2.
Plus,
Oh, thank
NBA
God.
2K as well.
We can't wait to see
I
you
wouldn't
in the
know
ring
what to do without it.
On the court.
4 kids find this old tattered man. Off they went armed with nothing but youthful enthusiasm and a profound lack of preparation. Boom! Terrible at steering a raft. Let's slay some trees. Awesome! You nailed it! Hook, line, and
Hello?
sinker. Tastes amazing, doesn't it? Line and terrible. Ha! Nicely done. Well, I think that's everything.
It's stuck.
Let's set sail. This time for home.
Hi,
It's stuck.
I'm Dave Crooks from Dodge Roll.
Hello?
Here's the first look at Enter the Gungeon 2.
Uh-oh.
Dodge countless bullets.
That's not
into
just
the
me.
gungeon steps in our roguelike shooter sequel.
Oh, that's really bad.
Reloaded in a new 3D art style. You can expect some fan favorite elements to return.
Uh-oh. That's not
We're
good.
still working on the game. We're excited to share more with you in the future.
It's because so many people are watching, I think. Wow. Whew. That's new. It's working for you? Oh, there we go. Okay, it's back. Or is it? Okay, it's still lagging behind for me, just because there are so many people watching. Oh shoot, that's not even... Oh my god, what is happening? The stream is completely busted. The audio is like way ahead. What?
Hello, my name is Adam Badowski from CD Projekt Red. We are delighted to bring the immersive world of the dark future to Nintendo players for the
Oh
first
my
time.
gosh.
To Nintendo Switch 2, you can transport yourself to the city of dreams at home or on the go. Get ready to meet unforgettable characters and discover engaging stories when Cyberpunk 2077 Ultimate Edition comes to Nintendo Switch.
Okay, I don't really care.
When Cyberpunk 2077 Ultimate Edition comes to Nintendo Switch 2 on launch day.
こんにちは、スクエアエニックスの浜口です。
Square Enix.
任天堂スイッチ2でファイナルファンタジー7リメイクインターグレードを発売いたします。
Ah, they're putting Final Fantasy VII Remake on there.
脱出までを描いた
Fully close the tab and reopen it?
作目となり、
Maybe?
20年以上の時を経て再創作されたスイッチ2で展開する
No.
FF7 リメイクシリーズにぜひリメイクシリーズに
Oh, there we go.
ぜひご期待ください。
Okay. Okay. We're back. And now for a bunch of others. Okay, we're back. Silksong! Holy shit. 2025. Silksong is real. Puyo Puyo Tetris 2S? Interesting. Hey, this game's still coming out? don't they just change the whole thing to a clap? It just makes sense. You're like half doing the clap, half doing the snap. Shadow Labyrinth. The Somnium Files reference. This is basically all the stuff that got announced last week. Fortnite Battle Pass. I just shit out my ass. Ridge Racer. Yay, Professor Layton. Let's go. Picking that up on Switch too. Nice.
We've shown a
But
lot
really,
of
the only decent exclusives at launch is Mario Kart. The last from our partners. Mario Kart is really the only like launch title that really seems to be worth it at this point. What is this? Resident Evil? This isn't
Give you my blood.
This isn't the last thing.
I give you my life.
Oh, Castlevania, maybe.
Turn, O wheel,
I don't know.
and transport him to a night of moonlight, to humanity's very dusk.
Haven't had a new Castlevania in a while. Oh wait, From Software. Oh, it could be. It could be. Or is that... I don't know. Probably not. I was like, could this be finally like the 2000 Castlevania game? But does not look like it. I have no idea.
Close your eyes and contemplate now the moon, as befits the soon to depart.
I pray that you are able, carrier of blood.
Maybe it is a Souls game. Or new IP.
The moon tears will flow for one, and one alone.
The Dusk Bloods. Okay. Okay. Switch to exclusive.
What you just saw was a brand new game by From Software. We'll be publishing a creator's voice article where the game's director, Hidetaka Miyazaki, will share more details about the game. So please check it out when it's available.
They always do this at the start of a console's life.
That's all from our publishing and development partners.
All right, this is gonna
I'd
be.
like to thank the developers who appeared today, as well as our publishing and development partners who prepared footage for this presentation.
Got probably one more Nintendo announcement.
In addition to what you saw today, our partners are working on many games coming to Nintendo Switch 2. We'll showcase more games in the future, so we hope you're looking forward to it. Next, please take a look at this.
Okay, so more than one then, because they said they didn't say this is our last presentation. Kirby. Kirby Air Ride sequel. This is what Sakurai was working on, a Kirby Air Ride sequel. Or a new 3D Kirby. Yes. This is Sakurai's new game, isn't it? Yes, it is. Yes, it is. It's a Kirby Air Ride sequel. Very nice. Kirby Air Riders. Sakurai, show up. You know it. That's his new game. He's like, thank God I don't have to do Smash again.
Kirby Air Ride, which originally released on the Nintendo GameCube system over 20 years ago, is getting a brand new game. We hope you're looking forward to Kirby Air Riders, directed by Masahiro Sakurai. Next is our last trailer for today.
Okay.
Please take a look.
3D Mario. It could be 3D Mario. Sequel to Odyssey. Oh, a new Donkey Kong. $3D Donkey Kong. And there's the redesign. Interesting. I think I'd heard things about a 3D Donkey Kong in the past. This would be the first 3D Donkey Kong since 64. Being able to sort of destroy like the terrain like that, that's pretty cool. So this is essentially our new 3D Mario. Because this looks like an EAD, or whatever it is these days, project. Which means it's going to be really good. There's Donkey Kong Country inspired, minecart. This is the first sort of mainstream Nintendo Donkey Kong game since Jungle Beat. I might pick up Riders. I'll probably pick this up. This is a launch title. Bonanza. All right, it's close after launch. That makes sense.
That was a brand new 3D platforming action game starring Donkey Kong, called Donkey Kong Bonanza. With incredible
That's cool.
strength, smash through enemies, walls, the ground, and just about everything as you demolish your way through a massive underground world.
It seems like this could be really fun
More
to play.
details will be shared in the future. We hope you're looking forward to it.
Thank you for watching so far.
One more thing.
To recap, Nintendo Switch 2 launches on June 5th.
All right, pre-orders.
Finally, here are the hardware options that will be available at launch.
Okay.
We'll release Nintendo Switch 2, as well as a bundle that includes a digital version of Mario Kart World. For more details, please check the official Nintendo
I want the
Switch 2
physical one,
website,
though.
which goes live later today.
We've covered a lot of information, but that's all we have to share for today.
You'll have to wait just a bit longer for launch. We are very much looking forward to everyone being able to experience Nintendo Switch 2.
We appreciate you joining us today. Thank you very much.
Very nice. Okay. Now I'm like looking at the Switch 2 website, because now we know the two kinds. It's probably going to be very annoying, but I'm probably going to want to pick up the one without the digital copy so that I can have a physical one. But yeah, I think there's some good stuff in there. I liked Mario Kart World, honestly, I think is probably still the thing I'm most interested in. I will also probably pick up Bonanza as well. It looks like a 3D platformer from basically your Mario crew, so that looks good. What else will I pick up? I will pick up maybe that basketball game. I might consider picking up the Switch 2 version of Tears of the Kingdom. But honestly, that's about it. I can't really think of anything else I'm really interested in at this point. I think Mario Kart is really going to have to do a lot of... heavy lifting. I guess I'm more thinking about exclusives, because obviously I'll be picking up the console, but what's really gonna get me excited are sort of the games that you can only play on that console. So if it's a Switch game like Rhythm Heaven Groove, like that's fantastic, but I'll be able to play that on the Switch. Think about like what is going to incentivize people to buy a Switch 2 beyond just being a fan of Nintendo and wanting to upgrade the hardware, which they've already got me on. But like what would incentivize like a family to buy a Switch 2 over a Switch 1? At this point, Mario Kart World is really the only thing. The Donkey Kong potentially also, but I don't think Donkey Kong is as big of a like gotta have Donkey Kong for my kid, like it's less of a I feel like that's less of a thing. Yeah, congratulations. Silk Song does still exist, theoretically. It is supposed to come out this year, theoretically. So everything else, It's all good stuff. Oh, I will probably also pick up that like Switch 2 digital tour, which I still think is a very dumb move to have it be paid. Like that should come with the console, right? Like Astro's Playroom, like that should come with the console. But yeah, everything else hardware wise relating to the console all looks good. I've got no problems with it. I will be playing Mario Kart at launch, as will everyone. I will play Bonanza when that comes out. But that's really the only two games that are Switch 2 exclusive that I'm really passionate about. Everything else will just be like a Switch or a Switch 1 or a Switch, you know, maybe they'll release Switch 2 editions of different games, but I also want to know how much the expansion pass or whatever they're calling it is for if you already have a Switch 1 game to convert it to a Switch 2 edition. I want to know how much that is because I may consider doing that for some of my games, but maybe not for all of them. So like Tears of the Kingdom, I might pick up as like a Switch 2 cart. Oh, that's the other thing. The carts being the exact same size and shape, but just red. That really makes me think like, would there be issues with trying to put Switch 2 carts into Switch 1 consoles? I'm a little concerned about that. I think probably at best, like we'll get a Switch 1 update where you'll put in that console and be you'll put it in the console and be like, it'll be like, oh, it won't play. Hi, Kate.
Hi. Sorry. What the flippity flop do you mean, Yakuza 0 Director's Cut?
Oh yeah, that's happening. I don't know. They didn't say anything about what was getting added into it. They're just like Yakuza 0 Director's Cut. So
that is sorry, I'm like catching up on I just got like a swath of like notifications from another server I'm in, and I just saw Yakuza 0 Director's Cut, and I'm like, excuse me.
Yeah. Also, I mean, Deltarune 3 and 4 is coming out on Switch launch day, which is June 5th.
Did somebody say Yakuza 0 Director's Cut?
Yeah, Tim. That is what happened.
Someone...
I like that that's your your big thing, and I'm like, I like Donkey Kong.
It's the first thing I heard about. I know nothing else that's happening. That's the first thing I heard was someone going, "What do you mean?"
He donkey.
He donkey.
Yeah. That's pretty well. I okay. So all things considered, let me.
Yeah, like solid showing. Nothing like that absolutely blew me away.
Yeah,
but
I was very impressed by Mario Kart World. This will be, if there is a game that will move units for Switch 2, it'll be this one. For the casual market, I think they need more than just this. I don't know if Donkey Kong will be enough. They're gonna need something else by the end of the year, which I'm sure they've got planned. But they're definitely going to need something else by the end of the year to move units here, like an Animal Crossing or a something to that effect.
Because as much as people have been like clamoring for it, Metroid Prime ain't gonna be it.
Yeah, especially because they're releasing it on both. You know, like what's gonna be the incentive to get people to actually. Like the casual person to buy a Switch 2 for their kids, you know. Mario Kart World is going to help a lot, but I don't think this alone will be enough. I think there'll need to be at least something else. I'm surprised they didn't announce a Switch 2 edition of Smash Brothers. Since we know now that Sakurai's next game is a sequel to Kirby Air Riders.
And he's not working on the next Smash.
Yeah, he's not working on the next Smash at the moment. I'm guessing it's probably legal issues between like, you know, getting it onto a new thing. I imagine that a Switch 2 edition of Smash Ultimate is likely in the cards. I mean, in the meantime, you can just play it on your Switch 2.
Right.
This game chat function. This actually looks pretty sweet. It's easy to kind of make fun of it, but I think this will be actually really cool and useful for a lot of folks.
Yeah. Like here's the thing. Like I am the demographic. I think that they would be one of the demographics they would be trying to sell on the Switch 2. I'm someone who does not own a Switch 1.
Mm-hmm.
Because every game I've ever wanted to play on the Switch really has been something that's released on PC.
Yeah.
So I'm like, So, you know, I'm the kind of person that they would have to be selling on the Switch too.
Yeah.
And after watching that presentation, I'm like, yeah, I mean, it's cool. I don't know if it's enough to make me buy it though.
Yeah. I don't think, you know, I think the demographic they're really looking for, with all due respect, I don't think it's PC gamers who didn't come in on Switch 1. I think it's Switch 1 owners who need to be convinced to go to Switch 2. Because Switch 1 is already like one of the highest selling consoles of all time. So
yes,
they need a good incentive to get people to actually upgrade is what they're doing. Game share, this looks like a good feature to, like, with the digital carts. Crazy that it can support up to 120 frames per second. Obviously
it was just on select games.
Yeah, obviously it won't. Like this, it's not going to run 120 because most games aren't made to run on 120.
Right.
I imagine it's going to be 60 as the default, which is everything it needs to be, honestly.
I have to imagine they'll try to do that for like their big flagship games.
Yeah. Maybe like the next 3D Zelda, you know.
Right. Yeah. Maybe Mario. Maybe Mario Kart. Because that's like the big launch title that they're pushing with the system.
Although I can see the difficulty of trying to get a 120 FPS Mario Kart running when you're also an open world and 24 players and everything else going on. I imagine they'll probably try to stick to 60.
Yeah. I'm just saying, I could see that being one of the ones that they try to do at 120, if only just because it is the big, like, launch title.
Switch 2 Welcome Tour. Again, I like this.
Weird.
I like this. They say that it's paid, which is, like I said, not a really good move. Although if it's like $5, like whatever, I'll get it. I'm sure I'll probably get it anyway. I'm still a little confused about the Switch 2 game cart. I mean, I know it's not a big deal, but you know, I was convinced that there'd be like a little extra bitty bit on it. The Switch 2 Pro controller. Oh, this looks so good. It looks like exactly the same as the Switch 1, which is already pretty much one of the best controllers ever made. Except you have a C button, you have 2 mappable buttons on the grip, and you get a headphone jack at the bottom. It's basically perfect.
The real thing for you though is that GameCube controller though.
Yeah, the GameCube controller, Bluetooth USB GameCube controller. That's gonna be big. Although it will sell out immediately, so I am under no pretenses that I will be among the first buyers of that thing. The Switch 2 Edition games, I mean, I get why they're doing it. I'm not like upset by it or anything. I mean, it makes sense, but part of me just feels like it probably would have been smarter to save Super Mario Party for this, just like hold it back for Switch 2.
Yeah.
And you know, I think in an ideal world, if Switch 1 wasn't already such a success, and they probably already had difficulty knowing how to do a successor well, they probably would have saved Tears of the Kingdom for it as well. But
yeah,
you know, Tears of the Kingdom came out almost 2 years ago now, and they're only now getting ready to release Switch 2. So that clearly was not really something that was going to happen.
Yeah, the timeline is just if it was within like 6 months, maybe.
Yeah. And I mean,
like,
yeah.
Nah.
And the thing is, these two games, Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom, are still top sellers month after month after month, right?
Right.
These are some of the most successful games ever released. So it makes sense that like they're like, hey, if you are one of the many people who are still buying it because you've never played it, it makes sense that they're offering someone who's like, hey, if you go into Switch 2, you will, you'll be able to buy the Switch 2 editions. I don't honestly think these are really meant for people who've already played through these games, unless they really just want to squeeze money out of it.
Oh, own them all.
Yeah, which unfortunately is going to be the instinct of me and a lot of people. Forgotten Land, and then Prime 4 will also come out on. I mean, this is no surprise. I think everyone figured that Prime 4 would come out on Switch 2 as well.
What was it? Insert buy Skyrim for the 40th time joke here.
Mm-hmm. Then we've got Pokemon Legends on there as well, of course.
Oh yeah. Interesting that that's going to be the first Pokemon game on the Switch 2.
Yeah.
That's notable, because usually they try to make the first Pokemon game on a new Nintendo console be like the big mainline game.
That's true. I'm trying to think if I'm thinking about like with the 3DS, because it was Pokemon X and Y. Were the first ones on 3DS, and that was coming pretty soon after Black 2 and White 2. Right.
Yeah, but I mean, either way, those were mainline Pokemon games.
And Black 2 and White 2 were on the DS, but they came out in like 2011, 2012. So that was on like older hardware already. I mean, either way, when they release the next gen of Pokemon on Switch 2, it's gonna sell like hotcakes, because they all sell like that.
Yeah, they all sell like hotcakes. It's Pokemon.
It's Pokemon. Let's see.
Largest media franchise on the planet.
Exactly. This game looks fun. This basketball one. I think this is going to be a good use of the hardware. My main question though is like with these games that use mouse controls, like obviously it makes sense, but like if you're just sitting on your couch, how do they expect you to use the mouse control? Like, are they gonna have like Nintendo Switch 2 branded like a lap mat that you can use?
I was gonna say a lap mouse pad.
Yeah, something like that.
I mean, they could.
They could.
They'd probably sell a few.
The fact that Sakurai's working on Kirby Air Riders is cool, and I'm just glad for his sake that he's not doing another Smash. But God, I wish it was a Kid Icarus Uprising remaster/remake instead, because that would be a perfect fit for Switch 2 mouse controls. So I hope that happens. I think it's a good chance that it could, and I think it should, because he wants an HD remake of it too. Sakurai.
Also just mouse controls in general for the Switch is really cool.
Yes.
Like, I can see a lot of cool things being done with that, especially as, a huge point-and-click game aficionado.
Yeah, for sure. Got all these other games from all the other third parties. And again, these are like not games that I'm just like completely disinterested in, but they're also not really what I'm looking for in terms of like what's going to sell your average family on
Joe Schmo
on Switch 2. Bravely Default remaster, that's gonna sell a lot of people. Yakuza 0 obviously has sold some folks already.
I gotta know what's gonna be in the director's cut.
Yeah, I have no idea what could be.
I'm fascinated.
I might pick this up just out of everyone telling me how great Yakuza is.
Yeah. Well, and also, like, I'm of the mind of, like, oh, so it's getting this director's cut. Is the director's cut going to be Switch exclusive? I can't imagine it would be.
Well, let's see. Oh, this video is unavailable? Did they? Oh, they privated it. They privated it because it messed up in the middle. So they had to re-release it. Oh, that's gonna suck. That's gonna suck for them.
Oh yeah, it's gonna that's gonna hurt their numbers.
Yeah, exactly. But here, let's look at the UK one.
Ripperoni.
I wonder if
James.
I'm assuming this is all basically the same stuff. Oh yeah, hello, SpongeBob.
Yeah, that was so out of pocket.
Yeah. Okay, so let's look at this.
セガ龍が如くスタジオ代表の横山です。我々がお送りするタイトルは
Game will be bringing you is Yakuza 0 Director's Cut.
Yeah, everything I've seen of it is mainly just cutscene. And as far as I can
with
tell,
newly added cutscenes. The game will be available on the same day as Nintendo Switch 2. Please look forward to more from the series in the future. So it says nothing about whether it's exclusive or not. I think it probably... It might be a timed exclusive, if it is.
I was gonna say, if any, I can't imagine it would stay a permanent exclusive. Yakuza is too big of a franchise, I think.
Yeah.
For it to.
And it's not associated with the Nintendo.
Right.
Dustbloods will sell a bunch. From Software fans are extremely dedicated, if you say so. What else did From Software develop again?
Well, FromSoft is hang on, that's like Elden Ring and Bloodborne.
Oh, so
and
they do
Dark
Souls. They do the Soulsborne and Elden Ring. Okay, and so I guess their whole thing is getting a Switch 2 exclusive is pretty much a coup for From Software fans. That's actually pretty cool. I'm not because I haven't played any of those.
I'm in that boat.
But I know how successful and highly regarded they are. So getting a Switch 2 exclusive game from them, that's actually a pretty big coup for quote unquote hardcore players.
Yeah, hence why I can see. Yeah, I see why they put it as the last of their partner presentations.
Absolutely. That makes sense.
Because under that context, that is the coup. That is the thing you want to show last of the third party.
Mm-hmm. Hyrule Warriors: Age of Imprisonment. Now, if I cared about Hyrule Warriors as a franchise, this would be really cool.
Right.
No, the most interesting thing about this to me is the fact that it's set in the Imprisoning War, which I guess has never been properly displayed in a game. So this would take place immediately after the in the Zelda timeline. This is Link dies during the events of Ocarina of Time. Ganon takes over Hyrule, and then the Seven Sages basically seal Ganon away on their own. And this precedes the events of A Link to the Past. And so this would be basically between the events of Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom, Zelda and these folks somehow make it travel back in time and help in the Imprisoning War. Is the premise, which is interesting because it's like Tears of the Kingdom themed, but it's also set in the past, so it should be set around like Ocarina of Time / A Link to the Past era aesthetics. So that's sort of like I'm most interested in about it as it relates to the timeline, but I mean in terms of art design, it pretty much is just it's pretty much just the Breath of the Wild, Tears of the Kingdom art design, so it's whatever.
Yeah. Also, speaking of your Zeldas, how about your Wind Waker SD?
Oh yeah, that was very funny. I was like, can we have Wind Waker HD on Switch? How about Wind Waker SD?
We got.
Hey, and then you put out the
Wind Waker.
Then you put out the GameCube version of Twilight Princess, and there you go. You've got Twilight Princess on there too.
Yeah, we got Wind Waker on the Switch at home.
Yes. So speaking of, okay, so GameCube, this is great. I'm glad they're finally doing this. Wind Waker, Soul Calibur, and F-Zero GX. I am fairly convinced at this point that they chose these three. First of all, because it's a Zelda game, and then you've got those two, because I'm assuming
they're in Melee.
Well, I'm assuming that they are testing their online features with Soul Calibur and with F-Zero GX, so that then they can iron out the kinks to actually bring in Melee. I am positive Melee will happen. And then looking at the games that they're going to be bringing, also Super Mario Sunshine makes sense. Path of Radiance makes sense. This game is expensive as hell, so I mean most of these are expensive as hell at this point.
Titles will be
And then we have Pokemon XD Gale of Darkness, Pokemon Coliseum. That's actually really cool that these are getting re-released because they're very much of their time. You know,
Chibi Robo.
Chibi Robo is a great pull. Yeah, I'm glad.
God, yeah.
That's gonna be really good.
Oh, thank God. Like.
Yeah. Luigi,
because like that's an IP that exists like nowhere else except for in its little GameCube bubble.
Exactly. I mean, Chibi Robo is one of those franchises that Nintendo hasn't ever really forgotten about, but hasn't done anything decent with. So this is so
other than its first game.
Yeah, exactly. So that'll be good. I think because I have not gotten the chance to play Chibi Robo, so I would. I might consider
it's really good.
See, I don't have the expansion pass. I have Nintendo Switch Online, but I don't have the expansion pass. I haven't really had the desire to really pick up anything that the expansion pass gives you. This might sell me on it. The GameCube might sell me on it, especially if they add Melee. That will be a no-brainer. It'll be very interesting to compare online Melee on official hardware versus rollback net play, like Melee that had been developed, like Slippy that had been developed in 2020.
And of course, Luigi's Mansion.
Yeah, I love Luigi's Mansion. It's a fantastic game.
So I think does that mean that all the Luigi's Mansion games will be playable on the Switch?
It will be. That's right. It will be. On Switch 2, rather.
On Switch 2, but yeah.
Yes, all three Luigi's Mansion games will be playable on Switch 2. And then Super Mario Strikers, great game. That will also be really fun to play online. And that's all that they have so far. But I'm positive Melee will be on the way. I would be very surprised. Double Dash, Double Dash would be great too.
I imagine that in a subsequent Direct, in a subsequent Nintendo presentation,
it will be the biggest. It'll be a huge announcement for sure.
They'll say, here are some more games we're announcing for the GameCube Nintendo Classics.
I mean, their N64 rollout wasn't very big at first either, right? It was Mario 64, Ocarina of Time, and Pilot Wings or something. It was kind of comparatively they're very small, and so this does not surprise me.
And then later they made a big thing when GoldenEye was
exactly.
Yeah, they were and GoldenEye, and everyone went ballistic.
So they'll save it for that for sure. I'm glad the GameCube's happening. This is really cool. I have almost no shot of actually getting it before it also sells out, but I will try. This is really cool. I like it a lot. What else is new? Okay, yeah, Deltarune.
Nintendo. However many of those you think you're going to sell,
make more. Yeah.
Make more. You're going to sell out.
Okay, and then this is the part that got messed up in the other stream. Enter the whatever.
Yeah.
I mean, this was all shit that who even cares about. So thankfully, it happened at this point and not in the middle.
Enter the Gungeon 2 is actually kind of I know some people who will be interested in that, but
yeah. Cyberpunk.
Hey, Keanu.
Final Fantasy Remake. Silk Song.
Yeah. Silk
2025 Silk Song. I love that this is not a big deal at all. It's very funny.
Silk Song Sweep.
Silk Song Sweep. This is so funny. I love that.
New World of Steam.
Yeah, New World of Steam, obviously. We got another Isomnium Files game. Shadow Labyrinth. If this game turns out actually good, I might pick it up because it is a it looks like a Metroidvania style of a 2D action game.
Yeah, and just conceptually, it's so.
It's really funny, but I think it's really cool.
Right. Yes. Exactly. It's one of those like out of pocket games that's just so intriguing in like what the mentality behind it was.
Ridge Racer. And then yay! Oh, they look so good. And yeah. And oh my god. The Layton games are gonna be such a perfect fit for the mouse controls.
Right, yeah, that's what I was. Yeah, hence why I said like the fact that I'm like a point and click aficionado. I'm like, oh, that's gonna be really good for like those kinds of games.
Can we finally get the HD versions of Layton 1, 2, and 3 that were on iOS? Can we get that on Switch 2, please?
That was the thing I was gonna say. I was immediately gonna follow it up with, and we can get Layton 1, 2, and 3.
And they can do 4, 5, and 6.
Yeah. Man, I will say the only thing I do wonder about New World of Steam is like, I wonder if we're gonna get any animated cutscenes, like traditional 2D animated cutscenes.
Perhaps.
Because so far everything I've seen of New World of Steam has all been
in-engine 3D models.
In-engine renders, and I'm like,
I mean, it's cheaper.
Yeah, it's cheaper, but also like
it is part of the identity of Layton.
Yeah. So much of Layton's charm is in like those little animated cutscenes, as brief and as infrequent as they are.
I don't know. We'll see.
We'll see.
I think they did a good job so far of transferring the art design.
Oh, absolutely.
So this is.
It looks phenomenal.
My thing is, is the story going to be good? Is the puzzle design going to be good? We'll see.
Yeah. Yeah. That is by far the most important thing.
Yes. Okay. And then so this is the one. This is the one from Software. Okay. Then Star. I was at Star Allies. Kirby Air Riders. Which is nice.
I mentioned. When did they say that's coming out?
I think this is later this year. But this just looks like the Nintendo Direct presentation is about to begin. Thanks, Nintendo, today. I think you're a little behind the curve on that.
The thing I'm wondering is if Mario Kart is going to step on its toes at all.
Maybe. I mean,
I know they're not coming out right over each other, but at the same time.
They are different. I mean, insofar as they're both racing games, like whatever. But like they are also very different kinds of games. I'm actually pretty curious about this because it looks like this is very early in development. Even though Sakurai's been working on it for at least a couple years.
Right, because usually you see at least a little in-game stuff if it's at that point.
And also, this doesn't look like there's no like new mechanic here. Like this is just Kirby Air Ride again. I don't see any sort of new. Yeah. Any new thing here.
It feels very teasery.
And of course, that is 100% a placeholder logo.
Yeah. I imagine
Which Sakurai
we'll see
loves
something
to
about it.
Do this kind of thing, but
yeah, I imagine we'll see more of this, including gameplay at like whatever the next big Nintendo thing is.
So this is, I guess now that I think about it, it is very much fitting in Sakurai's style. Like this is kind of like the first Smash Ultimate trailer. Like the teaser,
where he just
you barely see anything.
Gonna be no more context.
But I'm sure in the summer we will get more info, and it'll probably be out at the end of the year.
Right? Yeah. That seems reasonable.
But again, I think there's gonna need to be some more than that. I'm gonna watch this again because this to me is like. This is like your 3D Mario team,
right?
Working on just a Donkey Kong game, and I think Which again, the last time this happened was Jungle Beat in 2005. Donkey Kong had always been outsourced
So 20 years ago.
Yeah, had always been outsourced to other studios before this. And of course, this is where... So I imagine the Donkey Kong redesign was done for this, and then carried over into Mario Kart.
Yeah, which implies that they'd been working on this for a while.
I think so, because I feel like this had been rumored for a long time. Like a new 3D Donkey Kong. I'd heard stuff about this for years. So maybe it was like they had a bunch of, like, I guess what you would call like major first-party projects in the works for a while, and then it was just a matter of like what they wanted to prioritize to finish, before Switch 2 comes out. And like Tears of the Kingdom was prioritized to finish first, and then like, I mean, it's not an identical team, but you know, in terms of their selections, they decided to save this one for the Switch 2 launch.
Well, I'll definitely say like the way the rendering
And they decided,
does seem,
sorry,
it does feel very Odyssey.
Oh yes, for sure. It is undoubtedly the same production team.
Might even be like the same engine.
Yeah, that would make sense to me. And yeah, I mean, again, they released Mario Wonder, so that was not gonna be a Switch 2 title. Like, but I mean, I just have faith that this is gonna be great because it's that team, you know, and you can just tell by looking at it.
Right. No, it's definitely a good thing to end off on.
Yeah. And it makes sense that they're not putting it out on launch because obviously they want the launch to be centered on Mario Kart. But this is the next big game after Mario Kart.
Right.
And this will probably take them through the summer.
And it's good that it's like, even though it's Mario adjacent, it's good that it is not also a Mario thing.
Yeah. It's like Luigi's Mansion almost.
Right, yeah, exactly. Like if you throw Mario Kart and then a Mario, like full Mario game, like you risk like oversaturating.
For sure.
Unless you're like really leaning into it as like, oh, it's the summer of Mario.
Exactly. So I think, yeah, June 5th. They didn't mention anything about pre-orders yet, so I'm assuming pre-orders are not up. But they'll probably give us a date or a time or something for pre-orders eventually. And then you'll have the option to just get it on its own or the option to get it with Mario Kart World. And I'm slightly annoyed because I feel like I'm going to want a physical version of Mario Kart World, which means I'm probably going to pick up the standard one and then a physical copy of Mario Kart World. And this is where me, as like someone who is very committed to buying physical copies of games when I can, needs to kind of like figure out what I'm doing with the Nintendo Switch 2 editions, because I'm like, if I'm going,
you're gonna have to decide to go one way or the other and kind of stick to it.
Or like try to figure out like if there is something that's like worth picking up.
Which one, or at the very least, which ones are the most important.
So I'm looking at it. I think really the only two that I'm actually thinking about, because I think they're the only two that I actually already own, are the Zeldas. So these, you can get an upgrade pack for these, right? Where is the?
Also,
here it is. This is what I was looking for. So if I pick up Prime 4, which I'm not certain if I'll pick up Prime 4 or not, it really depends. If it turns out, if it comes out and it's like the greatest thing of all time, I'll probably pick it up. I love Metroid. I haven't gotten as much into the Prime games yet, but I don't think that's not because I don't like them, just because I haven't gotten to them yet. But I do have the Prime trilogy, like on Wii U. I have like the digital version of that, and I have the original Prime on GameCube. So I should I can get into them if I want to. But I love the 2D Metroids. Those are some of my favorite games.
Said with the energy of I can stop when I want to.
Yeah, exactly. Did they give a price on the upgrades? They have not. That is also substantial. I think my guess is I'd be surprised if it was more than like $20 for the upgrade. I'm thinking more like 10 or 15.
Oh, hang on. Kate put some stuff up about the Yakuza 0 Director's Cut English dub.
Ooh.
That's big.
Yeah.
That's
I guess that makes sense because some of the later games got English dubs, right?
And
starting with
multiplayer mode.
Cool. That makes sense.
Cool.
So yeah, they did not give a price on the upgrades. That might actually make a difference. I think depending on the price of the upgrades, depending on how I'm feeling, I might pick up Switch 2 editions of Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom. But that would probably be it. And then anything else after that, I would just pick up Switch 2 versions. Okay. I'm gonna hop off stream actually. Or close out the stream here. But yeah, this was great. Thanks for joining.
Yeah.
All right.
Hey.
See y'all later.
Didn't want to interrupt you in the middle of the direct.
Oh yeah, no problem. I mean, it was fine if you did come in to join. So, if something like this comes around next time, feel free to join in.
Yeah, cool.
All right. See ya.
Have a good one.